Thank you. Good evening or good afternoon. I came down just a little while ago from New York, which is my hometown. I know there are many of you as well who come from New York. And as you know, we've been following what's been going on with the Congress of late. You know, we're right in the middle of impeachment and a whole bunch of other questions. So you're going to see a lot of reporters. In a way, it's a little bit exciting for you, because you see reporters wherever you go from all over the world running after members of Congress, trying to get interviews. So, you know, it's not just watching TV. You can see it with your own two eyes, and I'm sure you'll enjoy it. I am, as was mentioned before, very proud to be the chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. When I first came to Congress 30 years ago, that was the very first committee to which I joined, and we have been working hard since then to bring the people of Korea and America together in friendship. And of course, the dynamic Korean-American diaspora plays a major role in bringing our countries together. I am one of the few members of Congress who have also traveled to Pyongyang. I actually, to be in North Korea and South Korea on the same day, it really kind of jolts you, because coming from New York, as I do, when I go to Seoul, it feels a lot like New York. The hustle, the bustle, people are running around, people are crazy. We're like that in New York too. It felt like home to me. But when I went to Pyongyang, as you know, there was a very, very different feeling, a strange feeling, a feeling of change for the worse, a feeling of just the people feeling sorry for the people that have to live under those kinds of situations. So it was really quite something, and I always liken it to the fact of a famous picture that was taken of the Korean Peninsula at night, and you look at it, you see whether it's the Republic of Korea, South Korea, it's all lit up, and in the north on the peninsula, it's all dark, all black. I don't think there's anything that says it more or better than that picture, and about what it is that people of Korea, north and south, have to endure. It's like night and day, literally. So I am happy that the United States and the Republic of Korea have a strong alliance that has lasted for many, many years. I remember when I was a boy, again, growing up in New York City, and I went to all public schools, and we would learn about Korea, we would learn about Asia, we would learn about the relations between the United States and other countries. I was always fascinated by it. People would say to me, when I got older, in college, what novels do you read? And I would always say, well, I don't read novels. I just read political science and history and government and foreign relations books. I've always been fascinated. So I know many of you have traveled from across the country to attend today's tonight's event, to discuss crucial issues for the Korean American community. I want to first of all thank Mr. David Lee for organizing this important gathering this evening, and recognize all the honorable leaders and dignitaries that are assembled here this evening. For over 70 years, the U.S. ROK Alliance has been a bedrock of stability in the Asia-Pacific region. Our diplomatic and trade relations have become stronger and stronger since 1882, when the United States signed a treaty of friendship with Korea's Chosun dynasty. As chairman of the House Foreign Affairs Committee, I hope that you have time in your meetings to discuss how, through diplomacy, legislation, and institutional exchange, we can reinforce our existing bonds of friendship and also find new areas of cooperation. This friendship has led to lasting benefits for both countries in the areas of science, technology, business, academia, and cultural exchange. I was pleased to see that the United States and the Republic of Korea launched a bilateral partnership last month focusing on deepening technological collaboration in search of solutions to security issues, natural disasters, and infectious diseases. Korean Americans have been at the forefront of bringing our two countries together since 1903, when the first immigrants from Korea came to the United States. I am proud to represent the district with a strong and vibrant Korean American community. My district is the Bronx and Westchester in New York City and the surrounding area. The greater New York metropolitan area has one of the largest Korean communities anywhere in the world outside of Korea, and I marched in that parade. Boy, it's a nice long parade, but the best thing about it is the food afterwards. The greater New York metropolitan area has one of the largest Korean communities anywhere in the world outside of Korea, as I said, and has produced an incredible range of individuals, entrepreneurs, journalists, public servants, novelists, doctors, restaurateurs, good Korean food you can get in New York, and many more who have made their mark across our country. And you know, in New York, there are special schools which you have to take a test in for gifted children. Those schools have an extremely large percentage of Korean kids, Korean American kids, because what I've learned about Korean life and what I've learned about the Korean family is education is very much stressed. Education to better yourself and better your life, and it really shows. So it's the Korean culture, and it's in America. It helps. Why I think America is always a bit above everybody else is because we have people coming to America from all over the world, and they're the best people. Because who emigrates? You know, when you emigrate, my grandparents emigrated 100 years ago from Eastern Europe. When you emigrate, you come to a new country, the United States. You probably don't speak the language. You don't really know the customs, and you do that. So what kind of people emigrate? Highly industrious people, people who want to better their lot, want to better their family's lot. And in doing so, they better the United States of America's lot as well. I really believe that, and I really believe that immigration is important because we get the best and the brightest. You know, lazy people can stay home, whatever countries. But industrious people, who often can't speak the language, toss everything away because they are industrious. And so that's why I think the Korean community better it's an exemplary occasion for it. And it shows more than almost any other community what it really means to spread the culture around and really make a mark in so many different places around the world. As I look across the room, I'm thrilled to see so many Korean American leaders here in our nation's capital at a crucial time. I mentioned before the impeachment and everything else. We need to strengthen our long-standing alliances. Great is greater than ever. And I want to tell you before I close, I am wary, and as the chairman of the Foreign Affairs Committee, and I think that the president should be wary too of all kinds of things happening from the so-called People's Republic of Korea. I have not seen them. I have not seen Kim Jong-un really be serious about any kind of negotiating. And I frankly think that we should be very tough in our negotiations with him, because the last thing we want, who's the country that's really most in danger, it would be the Republic of Korea. So let me tell you, we're going to be there with you. We're going to always stand by you. So thank you for your time, and I hope you have a wonderful time meeting other Korean American leaders and meeting leaders from all over the country. Thank you, and may our two countries continue to flourish and grow in deep friendship and deep alliance. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay.